It gets real, it gets real, it gets real, it gets real out here. It gets real, it gets real, it gets real, it gets real out here. It gets real, it gets real, it gets real, it gets real out here. It gets real, it gets real, it gets real, it gets real out here.
Life is beautiful, we keep putting on ugly makeup. I think it's best if we decide to wake up. I stress that life is beautiful, we keep giving us a black eye while we make it so hard to stay alive. Realize that life is beautiful if we treated it beautifully and treat it like the way it's supposed to be, and prune it like a tree. The strength of its life is in its root, but lately all I see is strange fruit that is swaying in the wind. I know that death is the wages of sin. So much chaos, I don't know where to begin. No heroes, just foes. Happy and sad, they're just opposed. Like radiation, we all been disposed, but that's the way it goes. I'm digging concrete to find the roads, plus that just weighing heavy in my nose. But all I found was pain. Life around me has gone the same, pushing me to the limits of my brain. And every day we slain for city streets here and in Ukraine. All the bloodshed making the earth cry. I cannot tell a lie. I wonder if Jesus' death was in vain, cause with hell came we never been the same. They give my God the blame, even though we changing rules to the game, even though he breathed his life in our veins. But trouble comes anyway. There's no words that I can say to make us sway, so every day I pray. I wish to find a way to make this life work, when no one hurts no more, with love spread like eagle wings that soar above the wars that make the world cry. When people die based on policies and pride and lies, why there's a war outside? There's a war outside. There's a war outside. A war outside. There's a war outside. There's a war outside when nobody
external warfare awakens despair, fear of the weak-minded. Universal misguidance collapses. Society spineless. The graveyard screams of the tragedy. The agony blinds us. Time is always of the essence, never can we rewind it. False doctrine fills the world until hatred defines what we be lusted for. We adore the lure of the grinder. We rather remain cold than to be pressing the diamonds, trying the hardest to avoid the pressure of living life righteous. Government is lying, false preachers are rising, the love for money denying compassion. Dimly it's shining, light stays limping amongst the flames of eternal hellfire. The love of the planet burns as we dangle ourselves by a wire. The last strand of hope gets stretched until its limit expires. We feel it snap as our foot diminishes, we instantly retire. That's why we're inspired to wear the full armor of God daily. Come on my dean too severely, quickly drain the swamp. The reason for my existence is to show you the light really. The world outside is showing no signs it's going to stop. The amount of pressure constantly thrives against our mental state. Hands full of the hate, raising the stakes, mankind living like fake. That's why we say
there's a war outside. There's a war outside. A war outside. There's a war outside. There's a war outside when nobody wins.
Outside it gets real was a preview. It said you gotta watch your back around your own people. Sharing on hindsight, I see intentions in clear view. It used to be your enemies, watch out for what your peers do. Every L's a lesson, each win means more to you. Be patient on your blessing, we told you would let it come to you. Too many broken within but hide it, shamed or criticize, or left alone to think their only outlet is suicide. Spoils go to the victor, the game ain't what it used to be. I'd rather say this to you than over you at your eulogy. Vets left homeless, families missing their next meal. At times it seems easier to think about how death feels. It's crazy, this the world we live in. It makes you question God, what'll be left for the children. Society's broken, social media has them closed in. Bad bitches and thugs instead of strong women and grown men. I'm taking this moment before that final curtain call and use my gift to uplift. I'll never sound like none of y'all, South Rec will never miss. Crystal clear as prophesied to tell you that the war is on. You don't believe, just look outside, use your eyes.
There's a war outside. There's a war outside. A war outside. There's a war outside. There's a war outside when nobody wins.
It gets real. It gets real. It gets real out here. It gets real. It gets real. It gets real. It gets real out here. It gets real. It gets real. It gets real. It gets real out here. It gets real. It gets real. It gets real. It gets real out here.